Welcome to the full audiobook of How to Find Yourself, Wake Up, Stop Freaking Out during the coronavirus quarantine, lockdown, work from home adventure. Written and read by Tara Love. Disclaimer. I'm not going to describe how or why everything works, the science about it, nor will I quote peer studies and scientific papers. I might not even know exactly. None of that concerns me. If I try something and it works, that's all that matters. If someone hands you a key to a house, you just accept that it works and use it. You don't question the metals it was made with, the process used to manufacture it, none of that. You just take the key and use it to unlock the door. That's how I feel about what is written in this book. There are practical actions that you can take that will shift you completely. It will make you better than before, and that's all you need to know. The more you do, the better it will be. I am one to enjoy doing my own research, though, and I do like to understand things on my own and listen to different theories, so I do recommend you investigate anything you resonate with. You have nothing but time. Just know that you don't have to understand everything. You don't have to understand a different culture and language to enjoy the benefits of yoga. You just have to do it. Same with this information. It just works. Do these things and your life will change, but research to your heart's content. Most of the information that back these ideas are quite interesting and eye-opening. This is the TLDR of most books, all the meat and none of the fluff to make it a long book. Your time will be best spent doing these things, not reading on endlessly about them. But really, you have to do them. I know they work because I went from a stressed out mess with a hectic life to a much more, mostly, calm individual without everyday stresses. I've also helped thousands of others do the same. Now it's your turn. Deliberate, controlled breathing. Science already tells us the following are benefits gained from controlling your breath: better immune system, reduced stress, controlled emotion, better sleep, less anxiety, regulated blood pressure, and increased alertness and cognitive function, and much more. It also makes you feel safe, which most of us could use at this time. When you are scared, your breath starts to become quicker and shallower, sometimes stopping completely, which keeps you in fight or flight mode, and always ready to react. You want to counter that with proper breathing, placing yourself in the opposite mode, rest and digest. In turn, you will feel safe, calm, and relaxed. As often as you can, pay attention to your breathing and make sure you are taking long, full breaths. Controlled breathing is free, easy, and nobody knows you are doing it. No excuses. Try the following breathing exercises. 3 full conscious breaths. This is helpful at any time you find yourself in an anxious state. If you realize you are stressed or might become so due to the situation you are in, take 3 full conscious breaths. Conscious just means aware. Pay complete attention to your breath. You want to focus on where the air is in your body and just place your general awareness to the fact that you are breathing. Most of us, without realizing it, stop breathing around the neck or top of the chest. If you see or think of something that causes fear, worry, or anxiety, you will stop your breath short. This is a horrible habit. Since many remain in fight or flight mode most of the day, not good as it produces cortisol, it is important to focus on getting a full breath. This means allowing the breath to go through the lungs, expanding through the chest, and into the belly, expanding it as well. So, 3 full conscious breaths. Do it right now. It will immediately shift you into a different, more calm state. Alternate nostril breathing. This is just like it sounds. Set an alarm for 5 minutes and take 1 breath in and out from each nostril. Place your thumb over one nostril to close it. Then switch to another finger on the other nostril. If you want to get fancy, switch the nostril each time you go in and out, but either way works wonders. Look up the benefits on this one. Pretty neat stuff beyond clearing your mind. We are talking balancing the left brain and right brain here. More breathing to consider. Pursed lip breathing. Breath of fire. lion's breath, and 4-7-8 breathing, my favorite. Move your body. Now more than ever, you need to get moving. Stagnant energy is the worst. It's always a good time to move your body, but there is no better time than now. It will be easy to sit and lie around, mindlessly watching your devices, but please move your body. For those of you who normally have a great routine and are quite active, I know you will find a way. For those who are not normally active, this is extremely important. You must move your body. You can find anything online for free, specifically on YouTube. You can find walk-in-place videos, yoga, Pilates, HIIT, you name it, you can find it. If you are not normally active, commit to 15 minutes a day of body movement. It doesn't have to make you sweat or be strenuous. A good stretching session is fine, just move. Range of motion exercise are fabulous because they can be done by anyone. They are low impact, and they don't require any equipment purchases, but they get all the joints moving and that energy flowing. Know and understand your perceived opponents. It's currently a very polarizing time in our world. Most of us have picked sides and have no patience for those on the other side. We have chosen the people we interact with in person, at work, and on social media based on our beliefs. We can often put ourselves in an echo chamber wherein we only encounter others with beliefs and opinions like our own. This reinforces our beliefs and allows for no consideration of other views. It is important that we move away from this. You can meet someone you think is lovely, but find out they believe differently than you do regarding politics and then want nothing to do with them. This cannot continue. If you want to become a more peaceful person, you cannot allow your judgments of others to go on. The negative energy you expend when considering how horrible the other side is actually does nothing except harm you negatively. Your constant feeling of annoyance, even hatred, is a feeling you harbor. You maintain that within you. You don't want to be filled with hate. When you are filled with hate, it's all that will come out of you. The best way I've found to combat this comes in two parts. The first is to get to know your opponent. If there is any group of people you can't stand, because why would you? Can you believe what they believe? Maybe it's an opposing political party, religion, whatever it is, whatever group of people you take issue with. Try to figure out why they believe the things they do. Most beliefs are cultural, a product of where we were raised, by whom, etc. Some of our beliefs are totally due to copying our family's beliefs, and some were created to go directly against what our families believe. Guilty, but mainly a product of our environment. Take, for instance, when someone grows up around arranged marriages. It's just what they do. Their parents did it that way, their grandparents, everyone they know. It's their culture, and you can't really fault them for it. Does this mean they can still be a wonderful person and do amazing things and be someone you could benefit from being around? Of course. You don't go around hating on people because you like chocolate ice cream and they like vanilla. Remembering people believe the things they do because of the experience they have been exposed to during their lifetime is really helpful. Someone who had a family member killed by a drunk driver is more likely to have a stronger reaction to drinking and driving than those who haven't. Circumstances can really shape a person. Take into consideration how people were raised and what they were exposed to and give them a break. We are all just people. We all just want to be safe and happy. The second is to understand them. Read the things they read. Watch the things they watch. Try to understand where they are coming from. Sometimes we are quick to just spout off our beliefs with conviction, without caring to even see the other's view. This is dangerous. It cuts off any possibility of experiencing peace with that person and of learning new things. We should always be open to learning new information and possibly changing our views. It's called evolving, and it's a good thing. No matter what, at the end of the day, the more you hate a person or group of people, the worse shape you are in. The people you hate don't feel it. Only you do in your body. With shitty moods, no patience, aggravation, the list goes on. All this stress can cause disease. Can you imagine causing yourself disease because you don't agree with other people? That is not okay. Find a way to know and understand your perceived opponents. Forgiving other people is for you, not for them. It creates peace in your life, which is what you are looking for. Take an inventory of the people in your life. I've heard it said, and I truly believe, if you aren't helping me grow, you're a distraction. As you look to change your world and yourself, you must make sure you surround yourself with people who want you to grow. Unfortunately, some people want you to stay in the trenches with them. Misery loves company. Take a look at the people you spend time with. Do you spend time with them out of guilt, obligation, or lack of other options? None of these are good reasons, and you need to work at eliminating these kinds of relationships. Maybe you have friends who only want to go out and drink, and that's just not of any interest to you these days. Maybe you don't like the lifestyles of some of your friends engaging in or the nagging of your mother-in-law every Sunday at dinner. Take charge of who you spend your time with. The more time you spend around people who aren't helping you grow, the slower you will grow. Make an effort to be around people who have great plans, who want to grow, who are kind people, who make you want to be a better person. If you can't find them, hang out with yourself until you do. You probably tell the best jokes anyway. Really though, that saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, makes perfect sense. Don't let people hold you back. Figure out who you need to stop being around and who you need to spend more time with and make it happen. Engage in healthy emotions. Don't forget happiness. During this time of uncertainty, it will be easy to stay glued to the statistics and the updates and to roll around in the fear with everyone else, but don't allow it to swallow you up. Staying in fear and uncertainty helps nothing. Remember happiness. Seek it and wallow in it. If watching cat videos is your thing, marathon it, baby. Remember to chase joy and happiness. More of the same will always follow. Seriously, mark it on your calendar. Find ways to laugh. I understand there is a lot up in the air, and you might not know how you are going to make it, but you are going to make it. And better to be happy in the interim. More things to consider. Call and chat with someone you haven't in a while. Comedy. Making a list of all the things you like about your life. Affirmations. Also try to smile as often as you remember. You actually can't fake a smile, so in order to get the smile going, you'll have to think of something good, which will automatically raise your vibration, and that's the key to everything. Shift your thoughts from unknowing. There is so much uncertainty right now, so many things we don't know. If you are one who still watches mainstream media news, then depending on which outlet you watch will determine the answers you get. There are so many unknowns. How long will the virus stick around? How many people will die? Will I get it? Will I die? Will I keep my job? Can I pay my bills? The list goes on forever. When we think about things we are unsure about, it causes fear and anxiety. This is not a good place to be. It is imperative to shift your focus from the things of unknowing to things of knowing. I'm fine right now. My bills are paid. I have food to eat. I'm healthy now and working on getting healthier. I'm feeling well and plan to stay that way. You must bombard yourself with the comforting truths or you will stay in stress mode, which we all know causes more problems than it fixes. None. Declutter your house. Oh no, you have all this time now. You can't escape it. There's no more excuses. It's now or never. I have lived in cluttered spaces and clean spaces, and it's shocking how much a cluttered space affects other things in your life. The way you think, your general mood, your eating habits. It's mind-blowing, actually. Take this time to get rid of things. Does it bring you joy? If not, dump it. Have you worn it in the last year? If not, dump it. Do one room at a time. The feeling of accomplishment and peace will skyrocket your vibration to match the new you that you are becoming. Don't pass this one up. Start with the refrigerator. Phone-free weekend. This one is huge. Are you, like most of the world, glued to your phone? Are you one of the zombies? Please do some research into the downfall of people since smartphones. We think we are smarter and more connected, but it's quite the opposite. I usually suggest a phone-free weekend, but with all this time on your hands, it can be any time during the week that works best for you. Turn your phone off for 2 days, 48 hours. At first, it will be hard. It's pretty much your best friend right now, and there's a great chance you will experience panic and loss. You might go through all the emotions just like you would mourning a death: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Just know that when you get to the acceptance part, there is also freedom and more joy. You don't need to take pictures of everything, especially in quarantine. It all looks the same. Don't live your life through a lens. Put it down and look at the real world. Be present. It's key, especially when you are around others. I can't tell you how insignificant it makes me feel when I sit down to dinner with someone and they look at the phone. When you do this, don't just switch to your PC. If it's something you usually do on your phone, like social media, don't do it at all. Just skip it all. If you have to tell all your texting buddies you will be unavailable, do so. It will be okay. Everyone will make it through the 2 days, and you'll actually have things to text each other about when you're done. Yay! I can't explain the power of the benefit of doing this. I do it quite often to recharge. I feel healthier, happier, and more connected to those who choose to be in my presence. And those really are the important people, right? The people who choose to spend their time with you. Stop chasing the approval of people who don't even see you in real life. Save all your stories of what you ate and where you traveled for when you are around people in person. Well, after the lockdown anyway. P.S. When you turn your phone back on, turn it to silent and get rid of all the notifications. Trust me on this one. It's life-changing to not be interrupted every other minute. Vibrate still makes it buzz, so make it silent. Get out in nature. You need sunshine on your face and your feet in the earth. It's a must. We can get sciencey and talk about the need for vitamin D from the sun, much preferred naturally than fortified. Gross. And negative ions from the earth, but you can research that on your own. I'm just here to give you the things to do. So, get some sun on your face and hug a tree. It really is a thing. Walk barefoot, lay in the grass, swim in the ocean, whatever you can do. If you are in the city, stuck in a big building, buy a plant, talk to it, and touch it. Stick your head out the window for 5 minutes and soak in the sun. Bring nature to you. Make it happen. The benefits, as with everything I tell you about in this book, are life-changing and will raise your vibration more towards where you want it to be. Get healthy things into your body. Look, there is no judgment here about eating unhealthy things. I don't think I'll ever give up ice cream or chocolate or tacos, but make sure you are getting some of the good things in your body too. Use food as medicine, preventative and curative. Take care of yourself. Get those nutrients in you. Eat things that grow from the ground. Eat nuts, seeds, and plants. Eat them in their whole natural state, not after it's been processed into something different. If you can't pronounce or determine the ingredients, skip it. If I could pick one thing to start getting in your body every day, it would be turmeric, followed by fresh ginger as a close second. Plant medicine is a thing. It can heal you, raise your consciousness. It really is amazing. And it makes sense that the earth would provide everything we need in regard to nutrients. No factory needed. Embrace the calm. Some of us lead a very busy, hectic life, and while we sometimes like to complain about it, if we are honest, most of us thrive on it. During this time, you must find a way to enjoy the calm. Don't allow yourself to feel things like boredom and uneasiness from having nothing to do. View it as an important reset and find a way to embrace relaxing and get past that feeling of must-do that plagues so many of us. We live in a culture where you aren't considered successful unless you are working 80 hours a week and have every second planned of every day. Hustle culture. Welcome to the rise and grind. Don't allow yourself to wallow in any negative feelings associated with not getting things done. Just relax. Things will get better, and when you come out on the other end, you will be rested and recharged, not more anxious and feeling like you've failed. More things to consider. Napping, my favorite. Playing wordless music in the background. Try that face mask you've been wanting to try or make your own. Start a morning routine with stretching, meditation, setting intention, and long baths. Cold showers. Are you taking cold showers yet? No? Read about the benefits. There are many, both physically and spiritually. There's really nothing more to say here. Just do it. Remember the things you enjoy. In a world where we often tend to put others first, going to see the movie they want to see, eating at the place they want to eat, listening to the music they want to listen to, we get it. You're a nice person, easy to get along with, up for whatever the crowd wants to do. But there's no crowd anymore. Do you remember what you enjoy? Do you remember your preferences? Make the food you love and listen to the music you've forgotten you love. Better yet, find some new. Remember and embrace the things that make you tick. Put yourself first. Contrary to popular belief, it is not selfish. It will actually result in you treating others even better. Wear what makes you feel best. I like to dress in flowy, sexy things when I'm home, which is a lot because I work from home. I write better that way, and I'm in a better mood because I feel good. Just because you have to stay in doesn't mean you need to wear the same t-shirt all week, or that you are required to wear those sweats. If you feel best in them, then by all means. However, acknowledge the fact that what you wear has an impact on your mood and adjust accordingly. Sometimes we can find ourselves dressing for other people, so take this time to dress for yourself. Whatever makes you feel like a star, because you know you are. Invest in yourself. You have obviously invested in yourself by purchasing this book. That's a good thing and a great start. Take this time to purchase courses and read books on bettering yourself and doing things you've wanted to do but haven't had the time. Maybe there's a new skill you want to learn, like Reiki, photography, do-it-yourself homemade projects. Maybe take a course on something you would like to do better, like drawing. Invest in making yourself a better person and in things you enjoy. There are so many resources out there, books, classes, and courses for every desire and budget. The benefits are immeasurable, and you are worth it. Okay, let's get woo-woo. I'm a woo-woo kind of gal, so let's go there. To some, these ideas may seem normal, and to some, out there. As with everything in this book, take what works for you and leave the rest. Please be willing to go out of your comfort zone, though. If you keep doing the things you've done, you'll keep getting the results you've been getting. I like to try everything at least twice. Meditation. Don't you dare skip this section. Meditation is one of the best practices I've ever started. Also, one of the most frustrating. It's hard. We have a monkey mind, always going, that does not want to shut down. We think all day, and it's not as easy to turn off as we would think or like. However, the benefits from a meditation practice are unmatched, and you should give it your all. What else do you have going on anyway, right? If you have access to YouTube, please go to the channel called Vipassana Meditation. They currently only have 5 videos. First, listen to the guided meditation. This gives, in my opinion, the best explanation of what to do with the best initial results. You can move up to the longer times as you wish. There are several ways to meditate. You can listen to music, walk, lie down in silence, use guided meditations, so many options. I can now meditate in a crowd of people. It can be done anywhere. If you don't have access to YouTube, set a timer for 15 minutes. If you can set intermittent bells to go off every 3 minutes, do that. Every time you hear the bell, it will be a reminder to bring your focus back because your mind will wander. During this time, you can focus on a sound, maybe a fan or something, or your breath. It's a popular thing to focus on the breath because it's always there. Placing the focus on your breath will help your mind from wandering. It's called the monkey mind, and you need to give the monkey a job, something to do. It wants to think of all the things you need to do, the problems you have, that stupid thing you did in 2nd grade, anything. It does not want you to relax and become present. So, you give it a job to focus on the breath. I will usually focus on where the breath is in my body. It starts in my nose, through my throat, in my lungs, then in my belly, and then I follow it back out. Sometimes I will silently say in when I'm breathing in and out when I'm breathing out. This is all just taking you away from the thoughts that usually flood your mind and ceasing the momentum that was present. When thoughts do come through, I like to picture them like clouds. They floated in, and I'm going to let them float out. Don't judge the thought. Don't get emotionally involved. Don't try to figure anything out. Just realize it is a thought and let it keep moving. Do not focus on it. Do not get mad at yourself for being unable to stop the thoughts. It's a practice that takes a while to get good at. However, you will get glimpses as you work on it, and they will be valuable beyond belief. The immediate physical feeling, as well as the overall general benefit of meditation, are truly unmatched. You can compare it to great sex and drugs. There, I said it. And it's natural with no side effects or concerns of disease, babies, or death. Definitely do this. Mindfulness. I feel like mindful has become a buzzword, but is it really being practiced? I have a saying, if you can't touch it, don't think about it. Most of us are caught up in the future and the past, but all we have is now. Worrying about the future causes anxiety, and reliving the past keeps us in depression. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, so neither even exists. Now exists. Focus on now. Talk about freeing your mind. Until you start paying attention to your thoughts, you really have no idea how often you think and how negative it can be in general. It's hard in the beginning to become mindful because we really do think about so much random crap habitually. Something that helped me was looking at what was in front of me and saying things like, there's a yellow car, there's a green tree. It seems silly, but sometimes I needed to help shift my focus back to now, and after about 30 seconds of doing that, I would be present again and on track. Chanting and toning. Look into chanting and toning. There are many theories as to why this works. Some say it's the words, the tones, the sound generated, the meaning behind them, the distraction from worrying by focusing on the mantra, and on and on. Who knows? I just know it works. You can chant Sanskrit words or phrases, affirmations, a single word, whatever resonates with you. Start with 5 minutes a day. Set your timer and work up to more. You will feel calmer, more level-headed, and have much more clarity in general. Energy work. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so obviously I'm going to recommend energy work. Reiki changed my life. I was actually looking for alternative therapies to pharmaceuticals for my youngest son when I came across it, but it really was life-changing. Energy work is interesting and not fully understood, but give it a go. I don't need to understand everything fully. I'm happy if it works. The beautiful thing about energy work during a lockdown is that the energy is not constrained to time and space. The recipient and practitioner don't need to be in the same country. You can even receive it through video. Super helpful when you can't leave the house. You can even do it on yourself. Allow the energy to just wash over you. Like when you go through an automatic car wash, you in the car don't pick up any tools to do any work. You just sit there and allow the wash to happen. Same with energy. Just sit back and let the energy do its thing. It will go where it needs to and help where you need it the most. Affirmations. 95% of our behavior is shaped by our subconscious mind. We may want to be a certain way in our conscious mind, but we are run by the subconscious. The subconscious is programmed by our surroundings during our first 6 years of life. We are like little recorders, holding on to everything we are exposed to. And now it's like we are on autopilot. And unless we change those core beliefs burned into our subconscious, there's no way to change our behavior. We don't even realize what we are doing. One of the ways to reprogram the subconscious is through repetition, indoctrinating yourself with new beneficial beliefs. Because our beliefs are so ingrained in us, we need the constant repetition to make the change. We can hear an idea, intellectually and conceptually believe it to be true, and want to embrace the belief or behavior, but still not see a change in our behavior. This can be extremely frustrating. With the constant repetition, we are able to reprogram the subconscious and shift those core beliefs. You may have heard the saying that it takes 21 days to make something a habit. This is along the same lines. There are plenty of videos on YouTube with affirmations. I like to listen to them when I'm going to sleep or as background noise, just to constantly have them on repeat so they become ingrained in my subconscious. Another way is to pick a mantra or affirmation to repeat to yourself over and over. This can be for a focused period of time, saying it over and over for a certain number of minutes, or you can repeat it to yourself all day as often as you remember. It truly works because you are what you believe and what you say you are. The law of attraction and beyond. If you don't already understand it, look into the law of attraction and how you create your own reality based on the energy you emit. A lot of people think the law of attraction means you just think of things or put them out in the universe and they just happen. That's not true. You attract things that are of the same vibrational frequency you are emitting. If you are living in fear or being a jerk, things of similar vibration will be attracted to you. If you work at shifting that energy, like you are doing with this book, emitting more love and joy, things of similar vibration will be attracted to you. Learn the other laws of the universe beyond the law of attraction to understand how to manifest quicker and more precisely. But do look into it. Even if you don't believe it, give it a go. What do you have to lose? That's all, folks. That's the end of the book. You have major change at your fingertips. What will you do with it? You've wanted the change, you've craved a different lifestyle, you've dreamt of carrying a new outlook. Here it is. Do these things, as many as possible, and enjoy the shift that brings peace and clarity and joy, even during a time like this. You are so worth it. You are the most important, and you are your own guru. If you are interested in more books by me, Tara Love, please see the link below.